Hello, how you doing? So today in this video I want to be having a quick look at Ethiopian cuisine or food. We're not going to touch on everything because it's really vast and deep and it's really delicious. I think it's one of the most underrated cuisines in the whole world. So let's check it out.
Culture, the fire still flame. Rasta woman chant jalo proclaim. Ethiopia rise, forever remain. Ethiopia mama land me call your name. Roots and culture, the fire still flame. Rasta woman chant jalo proclaim. Ethiopia rise, forever remain.
Hello, welcome to Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia. So let's get started with the star of the show, that being injera. Injera is the foundation of Ethiopian cuisine and culture, serving as both as a staple food and an eating utensil. This large, round flatbread is made from teff, an ancient grain native to Ethiopia, which is naturally gluten-free and highly nutritious. In daily life, injera is almost always present at an Ethiopian table. It's eaten with a variety of dishes such as Doro, Shiro, Tibs, lentil stews or misa. Just everything. It's everything. It's the backbone. It's the foundation of the country. The batter is fermented for several days, giving injera its signature slightly sour flavor and spongy, porous texture. The mixture is poured like a kind of pancake onto a flat griddle called a mitard. It's not flipped, it's just cooked on one side with a lid on it, and it develops tiny holes on its surface, perfect for soaking up stews and sauces. It can also be used dried. When it's dried, it's called durkosh. Then it's kind of broken into pieces and mixed into different types of stews and wots and sauces. That's known as kind of fit or furfur. I'll get onto that in a little bit. So let's take a look at the most wonderful chicken dish that you've ever tried. Doro what? It's considered to be the national dish of Ethiopia. It really is a kind of wonderful dish. You have to try it once in your life. Doro what is often called Ethiopia's national dish. The word Doro meaning chicken and what roughly translates to stew. So think a really rich and spicy chicken stew. It's famously served during holidays, religious celebrations and family gatherings such as Easter and Christmas, New Year and other holidays. To make Doro what is, well, it just takes forever and ever. I'm not joking. It takes hours and hours and hours. Where most countries in the world start off with one onion or something to start a dish off, forget that. In Ethiopia, for Doro what, you need an insane, like an outrageous amount of onions, cut really small. Garlic, ginger, along with the onions, with kibbeh, the Ethiopian spice butter, along with hard-boiled eggs and the chicken, which is usually skin off but bone in. Cooks and cooks for hours and hours and hours. It is totally, insanely delicious. I really, truly love this dish. You gotta try this one. Okay, so raw meat. Let's talk about raw meat. Raw meat is a big thing in Ethiopia. Some people love it, some people don't like it at all. I'm not a big fan, but yeah, most people really love it, to be honest. So let's have a look at that. Kitfo in Ethiopia is completely loved by some people and not others. Personally, I'm not into this stuff at all. Kitfo is raw meat. It's a really high quality beef that it's not ground in a machine, it's chopped by hand, but rather small. Some people eat it completely raw with something called mitmita, which is like a chili. Other people can toss it slightly in some kibbeh and some other spices. That's known as lebleb. It's still kind of raw, but just not quite super raw. If you want to take it up another level, there's something called gorid, which is absolutely just cubed beef, just absolute raw cubes. Dip it in some mitmita or some awazi, which is a spicy type sauce, and then they eat it. Really, it's not for me. Some people absolutely love it, but personally, I am not a fan at all. It's often served with injera or something called kocho, which is a more kind of starchy, harder type kind of bread made from the false banana plant. Kitfo is often served with a kind of homemade cheese. It's more like a cottage cheese known as aibe and some sort of leafy greens or gomen. You either love this stuff or you don't like it at all. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at is Shiro. Shiro is a wonderful thing, eaten all over the country. It's cheap, affordable, delicious, creamy and lovely stuff, yes. Shiro, I think it's safe to say, is the cornerstone of Ethiopian food. It's beloved for its comforting flavour and simplicity. At its heart, Shiro is a thick stew made from ground chickpeas or broad beans and is often cooked with onions, garlic and mixed spices. I think it's safe to say that it is the most accessible and widely eaten dish in Ethiopia. It's enjoyed by people of all ages and pretty much across all regions. Because it is a plant-based dish, Shiro holds a special place during the fasting season in the Ethiopian Orthodox tradition, where meat and dairy are avoided. It can be served in so many ways. If it's served in its kind of natural, straight way, it's a vegan dish. But other people, when they're not fasting, will add kibbeh to it. Even people put a boiled egg in there or some meat. Like I say, you can kind of make it up as you go. It's a really versatile, unbelievably beautiful, creamy dish. I love Shiro. Okay, so we've had a look at the raw meat. Let's have a look at some cooked meat. So Tibs basically means to fry, so you can have that so many different ways. It's delicious and everywhere. Tibs is one of the most popular and versatile dishes within Ethiopia. The word tib literally means to fry, but it exclusively just means with meat, usually beef, lamb or goat. Mostly lamb, I would say. Small pieces of cut meat are literally fried on a kind of hot griddle or a pan, and there are so many ways of making tibs. You can have it completely dry, or you can have it with some sort of sauce, or spicy or not spicy. So typically you'd get some onions, some garlic, some rosemary, a little bit of kibbeh, the Ethiopian spice butter, fry that in with the meat and serve it. It's absolutely delicious. But like I say, there are endless ways of cooking this dish. Traditional cooking vessels or pots in Ethiopia are known as a shekla. Shekla translates to clay, so it just means like a clay pot. There's all different types of them. One's for tibs, one for cooking wots in, one's for serving kitfo and stuff like that. They've all got names, I presume. I don't really know, so maybe someone out there could let me know. But yeah, they are little fabulous little things, and grab some if you can, because they make fantastic ornaments as well. Some of them are really beautiful. Coffee. Coffee is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is coffee. So it's really difficult to kind of express how important coffee is in Ethiopia. In fact, coffee is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is coffee, I would say. Well, it's also known as the birthplace of coffee. If you ever do visit an Ethiopian restaurant where you live, it's really important that you do have a jabana coffee. A jabana is like a clay kind of pot, like a kind of coffee pot. The beans are green, you know, when they're raw. They're roasted and then they're ground up and then put into the jabana and served. Coffee is always served in small cups with no handles on. They're known as a sine. And it's common when you sit down to have a jump in a coffee to have 3 cups. Sugar is usually added, but in some regions and people enjoy their coffee with salt, butter or milk, or even a little herb called tanadam. There are so many different varieties of coffee in Ethiopia. Region to region has different ones. You just got to find one that you like. Personally, I think they're all bloody delicious. So, to sum it up, in Ethiopia, coffee is not rushed, it is shared, it's sipped slowly, respected, and is part of daily life. It's more than just a kind of caffeine hit. It's more of a connection, tradition, and pride. So Ethiopian food is really vast and deep. I'll just run through as many as I can just think of off the top of my head. We've got things like miso wat, alicha wat, goman, azafa, fasolia, duba wat, chapchapsa, furfur, genfo, duli, kontafurfur, minchet apish, shimbra asa, telba fitfit, dabokolo, hibist, sambusa, ambasha. Oh, there's loads more as well. So as you come to the end of this video, and we're now looking at some regular common herbs and spices within Ethiopian food, I just want to point out that I have forgotten one really important thing, which is kibbeh, which is Ethiopian spiced butter. It's really common in much of the food. I'll mention this in another video, the next video that I do on this series. So I do hope that you do get yourself down to your local Ethiopian restaurant and give it a go, because like I said at the very beginning of this video, I think it's one of the most underrated cuisines in the whole world. And I think it might be, putting it out there, it might be the next big thing. I think it might be the next kind of big trend, I think. Well, I hope it is anyway. So I hope that this has helped many of you have a slightly better understanding of what Ethiopian food is, and I hope, like I say, you do get down and enjoy some of their delicious food, and even better still, get yourself over to Ethiopia. Anyway, you keep safe, you keep well. I'll see you soon.
Culture, the fire still flame. Rasta woman chant, Jah love proclaim. Ethiopia rise, forever remain. Ethiopia, mama land, me call your name. Roots and culture, the fire still flame. Rasta woman chant, Jah love proclaim. Ethiopia rise, forever remain. From Addis down to the Shashamane ground, drum and ketty beat, holy sound. Lion in a Zion, crown pan crown. Roots and culture keep we strong, profound. Rasta girl step with the banner so tall. Chant for Selassie, king over all. Babylon crumble, watch the empire fall. Ethiopia great, me a answer the call. Ethiopia, mama land, me call your name. Roots and culture, the fire still